The story of the cigarette begins with nicotiana, a plant native to the Americas. For millennia, indigenous peoples cultivated tobacco, not for recreation but for spiritual and medicinal purposes. Tobacco was a sacred gift, used in rituals to connect with the spirit world. Shamans and elders used it to carry prayers and seal peace agreements. Its use was diverse, smoked in pipes, applied as medicine, or brewed as tea. Only select individuals like healers could use it, reflecting its powerful status. When Europeans arrived, they were fascinated by these customs. Columbus and his crew received tobacco as a gift, though they didn't grasp its value at first. Soon they observed its central role in indigenous life and began bringing it back to Europe. What started as a sacred ritual would soon spark a global transformation. The seeds of a worldwide habit were planted through this cultural exchange. Tobacco's journey from spiritual bridge to global commodity had begun. This encounter would forever alter economies, cultures, and public health. The world was about to change in ways no one could have imagined. When tobacco reached Europe in the 1500s, it was hailed as a miracle cure. Promoted by figures like Jean Nicot, it quickly gained popularity among elites. Smoking, snuff, and chewing became fashionable across Europe. Demand soared, driving European powers to establish vast plantations in the Americas, often using enslaved labor. Tobacco became a cornerstone of colonial economies and a driver of the transatlantic slave trade. By the late 1600s, it was a global commodity, grown and consumed from the Ottoman Empire to Japan. Not everyone approved. Some rulers condemned smoking as dangerous, even imposing harsh penalties. Yet the addictive nature of nicotine and the profits involved made tobacco unstoppable. The stage was set for cigarettes to become even more accessible. Tobacco's global spread connected continents and transformed societies. The world's first truly global trade item was here to stay. The next revolution would come in how tobacco was consumed. For centuries, tobacco was smoked in pipes or cigars. Cigarettes were rare and hand-rolled. Soldiers in the Napoleonic and Crimean Wars popularized paper-rolled cigarettes for their convenience. Early factories employed workers to roll cigarettes by hand, but production was slow and costly. Everything changed in 1880 when James Bonsack invented a machine that could roll 120,000 cigarettes a day. James Buchanan Duke seized this opportunity, licensing the machine and slashing production costs. Cigarettes became cheap, abundant, and accessible to the masses. The product shifted from a luxury to an everyday item. The Bonsack machine sparked an industrial revolution in tobacco. Cigarettes were now poised to conquer the global market. The focus turned from making cigarettes to selling them. Mass production created a new era of commerce. The age of the cigarette had truly begun. Now persuasion would drive the next wave. Mass production was only half the battle. Tobacco companies needed mass demand. Enter modern advertising. Cigarettes became one of the first products marketed nationwide. Collectible cards, celebrity endorsements, and glamorous ads made smoking desirable. Factories churned out billions of cigarettes packaged in iconic boxes. World wars fueled demand, with cigarettes included in soldiers' rations. Returning veterans became lifelong smokers, reinforcing the habit at home. Marketing expanded to target women, linking smoking to independence and style. By the 1950s, cigarette ads were everywhere: radio, magazines, billboards, and TV. Even doctors appeared in ads claiming certain brands were safer. Smoking became a symbol of rebellion, glamour, and rugged individualism. The cultural image of the cigarette was carefully crafted, but beneath the surface, a hidden danger was growing. The golden age of marketing masked a looming health crisis. As cigarette popularity soared, scientists noticed a surge in lung cancer. In the 1950s, landmark studies in the UK and US linked smoking to cancer. The tobacco industry responded by denying risks and funding research to create doubt. Their strategy: insist the science was unsettled, delaying regulation. Despite industry efforts, evidence mounted: smoking caused deadly diseases. In 1964, the US Surgeon General's report declared smoking a major health hazard. This revelation shocked the public and changed perceptions overnight. Warning labels and advertising restrictions soon followed. Governments worldwide began to act, banning ads and raising taxes. The battle between public health and big tobacco had begun. The era of cigarettes as a symbol of sophistication was ending. The health crisis could no longer be ignored. The world was waking up to the true cost of smoking. Today, the cigarette is both a cultural icon and a public health catastrophe. It has shaped societies, generated immense wealth, and caused millions of deaths. Once a symbol of freedom and glamour, it's now seen as a dangerous addiction. Smoking rates have dropped in many countries but rise in others where regulations are weaker. Tobacco companies target new markets and promote e-cigarettes as safer alternatives. The debate continues over the risks of these new products. Public health campaigns, bans, and graphic warnings are now common. The cigarette's legacy is one of innovation, deception, and tragedy. It's a story of how a sacred plant became a global commodity and a global crisis. The conflict between commerce, culture, and health endures. As we reflect on this journey, the cigarette remains a powerful symbol. Its impact is a lesson in the complexities of modern history. The story of the cigarette is far from over.